John Girachu, a Daily Nation's parliamentary editor, was arrested this afternoon within the precincts of Parliament by CID officers over a story published in 4 newspapers, The Daily Nation, The Star, The Standard and People's Daily last week, questioning the expenditure of 3.8 billion shillings in the Interior Ministry. 2 other journalists, James Mbaka of The Star and Alphonse Chiundu of The Standard newspaper, are also being tracked down by the police over the same. The 2 are said to be out of Nairobi and the police are yet to arrest them. Interior Cabinet Secretary Joseph Nkaiseri has confirmed his involvement in the arrest, maintaining that the journalist will remain in custody until he reveals his sources.
You cannot get away with allegation. So it's up to you. If you don't want to reveal the sources, then you'll fry alone.
He maintains only the president and his deputy are exempted from the directive.
Anybody, and if you understand English, anybody except 2 people, the president and his deputy, anybody will be writing statement if you make allegation, beginning today.
The cabinet secretary is accusing the journalists of leaking confidential information in their stories that could put security forces at risk. But the journalists maintain that the allegations were made in the presence of Nkaiseri during a meeting with the Parliamentary Accounts Committee where he appeared. Meanwhile, the state has come under sharp criticism over the act. The Kenya Editors Guild has expressed concern over the incident, and more specifically, the Cabinet Secretary's demand that Girachu reveals his sources to secure his freedom. Part of the organization's statement read, and I quote, "The demand for the source of the story is therefore more posturing by Nkaiseri, who has proceeded to threaten that Girachu will be fried if he does not reveal the sources of his story. We are indeed disappointed with the unpolished language of an otherwise senior cabinet minister. Phrases such as frying an innocent journalist could best find home back in the 1980s, unquote." CORD leader Raila Odinga has also described Nkaiseri's action as retrogressive. Raila's statement reads, "I demand that the young man be freed immediately to pursue his career. Kenya has to move forward and close the chapter of repression and opaqueness in the management of public affairs permanently." The Committee for the Protection of Journalists, the National Alliance Party and the Media Council of Kenya were among organizations that condemned Girachu's arrest. And after the sustained pressure for Girachu's release that saw the hashtag Freeing Girachu trend on Twitter, the Daily Nation parliamentary editor finally regained his freedom after recording a statement. But the threat to the freedom of the press remains evident, with media practitioners lamenting that this flies against the very provisions of the Constitution of Kenya. Ken Nagor, Obadia for The Big Question.